Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to focus on dilations, which is in Chapter 5, Lesson 6. Vocab. Number 1 is a dilation. Our vocab for number 1 is dilation. A dilation is a transformation, otherwise known as a change, that changes the size but not the shape of a figure. Again, it changes the size, not the shape of a figure. For example, you would take a square and you would either make it bigger or smaller. If you did that, you would have a dilation as long as the original square, or as long as the new square was still a square, all four sides equal. When you think of dilations, think about going to the eye doctor. When you go to the eye doctor, they dilate your eyes. They dilate your pupils of your eyes, which is making them bigger. They don't change the shape of the pupils of your eyes. They just change the size by making them bigger so they can do their eye doctor type stuff. Number 2, prime markers would be represented by one apostrophe. And we're going to explain, or I'm going to explain prime markers to you down there in number 3. But a prime marker would be one apostrophe, or one part of a quote, or just an apostrophe. And you'll see how we're going to use prime markers when we get into a couple of the examples here later on. And number 3 then says prime markers are used to represent the vertices of a dilated shape. And an example for you would be number 4. We have a square called ABCD. So we call that square ABCD. And we also have another square called A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. As you can see, square ABCD is smaller than square ABCD prime. And again, notice how I'm calling it square ABCD prime, or I'm calling it A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. That simply means, the prime markers simply mean that it is the new shape form, the bigger shape in this case, or sometimes it can be a smaller shape. So the question for number 4 is square ABCD, is square A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime a dilated shape from square ABCD? And the answer to this one is yes, because it is just a bigger shape for the original shape. We didn't change the shape, we just changed the size of the shape. Again, we didn't change the shape, we just changed the size of the shape. So this would be a dilated shape. And actually what I want to say is A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. We're going to call this square, it's my symbol for square. Square A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime is a dilated shape from the original, which is square ABCD. Number 5, we have triangle ABC, and we have triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. Is the prime shape, the copy, which looks much bigger, a dilated shape? And the answer to this one is no, it's not a dilated shape, because the shapes change. The shape of the triangle changed. It is distorted. This triangle right here, the original, ABCD, and then this triangle right here, A prime, B prime, C prime, they are not the same shape. A prime, B prime, C prime is a distorted, you oftentimes hear that word, it's a distorted, or it is a changed shape. Not a changed size, a changed shape. And remember, a dilation can only be a change in size, not a change in shape. So this one would be not a dilated shape. That's an E. Number 6 says dilate the figure by a scale factor of 1.5 and draw the new shape with the correct lengths labeled. So we have a triangle that is a side length of 3 for AB, for side AB, a side length of 8 for side BC, and a side length of 9 for the hypotenuse, or side AC. What we need to do is we need to dilate this shape by a scale factor of 1.5. So in other words, we need to take each side of our shape and we need to multiply it by 1.5 to get the dimensions of our new dilated shape. And in this case, since we're not going to change the shape, we're just going to change the size of the shape, we will have a dilated shape that is just much bigger because we're multiplying it by a scale factor that is greater than 1. Anytime you multiply a number bigger than 1, you're going to get a bigger number. Anytime you multiply a number by a number less than 1, you're going to get a smaller number. We'll talk about that in a second. So my new shape is going to be 3 times 1.5. It's going to be triangle A, B, C, and I'm just going to kind of make this up the best I can. And we are going to have, the new shape has to have the prime markers, very important. A prime, B prime, C prime. This is a dilated shape. It is not the original, so I mark it with A prime, B prime, C prime. And then I'm going to label my new dimensions as the problem tells me to do. 3 times 1.5 is going to give this side length a new length of 4.5. 9 times 1.5 is going to give this side a length of 13.5. And the bottom, 8 times 1.5, is going to give this side length a measurement of 12. It says that the correct lengths must be labeled. Since the original shape, triangle ABC, did not give us measurements, we are going to label each of them with a U, because if you don't have a label on a measurement, you simply use units. U represents units. Key points, don't forget when you draw your new shape, the prime markers. And that's really the one key point I wanted to point out. Number 7, we're going to do the same thing for triangle ABC, but we're going to multiply, or we're going to dilate it by a scale factor of 0.5. So in other words, we're going to draw a smaller triangle. And again, the drawing isn't the real important part. It's the labels or the measurements. That is the important part to show me that you understand what the math is. So now the original triangle ABC is going to be A prime, B prime, C prime. And we are going to multiply by a shape of 0.5. And if you multiply 3, the side AB on the original shape, by 0.5, we're going to get a side length of 1.5 units. If you multiply 9 by 0.5, we're going to get a side length of 4.5 units. And if you multiply 8 by 0.5, we're going to get a side length of 4 units. So in the second example, or number 7 here, we dilated our shape to be smaller because we multiplied by a number less than 1. And in this case, the first example, we multiplied by a number bigger than 1, and we got a bigger shape. And number 8 actually talks about that point. A scale factor greater than 0 but less than 1 reduces a figure size, while a scale factor, SF, can also represent scale factor, while a scale factor greater than 1 increases the size. One more problem to share with you, and this would be the example. Oopsies. We have number 9. We have a grid, coordinate plane, with triangle ABC, and we are asked in the directions on number 9 to dilate the figure by a scale factor of 0.5 and write the new vertices, coordinates, and draw the dilated shape. So how I will solve this problem is I will first of all determine where are the ordered pair for A, the ordered pair for B, and the ordered pair for C. So if I looked at A, the vertex A, I would go over 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My coordinates here are 2 and 8. For B, my coordinates are 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have coordinates 2 and 5. And for C, I have coordinates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have coordinates 6 and 5. It asks me to write the new vertices coordinates. So we have to write A prime coordinates, B prime coordinates, and C prime coordinates. Okay, so in order to do that, we have A at 2, 8, and we are simply going to multiply the 2 by 0.5 because we're dilating by a scale factor of 0.5, and we're going to multiply the 8 by 0.5. So we're going to multiply this by 0.5, and we're going to multiply this by 0.5, and the new coordinates of the prime marker would be 2 times 0.5 is 1, and 8 times 0.5 is 4. 1, 4. B, we see, is at 2, 5. We're going to multiply 2 by 0.5 and 5 by 0.5. And we are going to get a new coordinates, or the new coordinates of our B prime, which I got to make sure I put the prime marker here, it got covered up by A, is going to be 1 and 2.5. And then the same thing for C. We have coordinates 6 and 5. We're going to multiply the 6 and the 5 by 0.5, and we are going to get 3 and 2.5. Last part of the direction, so I did this. Write the new vertices coordinates. So here are the new vertices coordinates. 1, 4 for A prime, 1, 2.5 for B prime, and 3, 2.5 for C prime. And then we're going to draw the new shape. So I'm going to start with coordinate A. I'm going to go over 1. I'm going to go up 4. Put my dot there. Coordinate B, I'm going to go over 1 and up 2.5. I'm going to put my dot there, my vertice there. And C, I'm going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go up 2.5. Put my dot right there. Going to draw. Going to label A prime, B prime, C prime, and I'm good to go because I have followed all the directions. Good luck!